Here in the Pacific Northwest, it is wet, it is rainy, and it is cold, but that doesn't mean I don't have a lot of tasks to do this month, March 2024. Hi friends, I'm Laura. This is Double Vision Homestead, and I've got 10 garden tasks that I need to accomplish this month. Task number 1, the most fun. It's harvesting whatever I have growing. So there may not be a lot this time of the year, but I do have some salad greens and some beets and green onions out in the garden that I'll be harvesting and eating this month. Number 2, I need to finalize my garden plan. Obviously, I already have a lot of plants started, but I need to figure out where everything's going to go and how it's all going to fit in my garden. Number 3, I need to build more garden beds. So every year I expand my garden a little bit at a time. It can be expensive to do it all at once, so I just do a little bit every year, and it has turned into quite a good investment so far. But I have some asparagus and some perennial cauliflower that I've started, and they need to have a place to go for their lifetime. So that means more garden beds out in the fenced-in garden. Number 4, it's time to get those cool weather crops growing outside. So some of them we can direct seed, like spinach and peas, radishes, those kind of things will be direct sown in the garden. And then other things like my broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, I have already started them, but they need to go outdoors. They are done in this warm climate. They need the cool weather to produce a good crop. Number 5, I need to get my onion sets planted. So if you've never grown from onion sets, they come like this. They look like little green onions, and each one of these will bulb up. These are Walla Walla onions. I live in the north, so we do the long day varieties. And these, we had some bigger than our head last year and the year before, so I expect I will get a good crop as long as I get them out soon in this cool, wet weather that they love. Number 6, it's also time for potatoes. So we usually wait till St. Patrick's Day. That's usually kind of our sign to get the potatoes going. But usually by then, they are already sprouting from ones that we didn't find in the soil last year. So we will just, once we see those sprouts coming up, it's time to get our new potatoes into the ground. Number 7, if you haven't done it already, you need to get your bare root fruit trees in the ground. So this time of the year, they are cheaper to buy. They seem to do better coming from bare root because they can just establish their roots inside of your native soil instead of the potting mix that they come in, and they're not root bound like they would be if they came potted. Number 8, I'm going to get more summer crops started indoors. I need my tomatoes growing and all those other warm weather loving crops that I haven't started yet. There are some back here. I do start my peppers ridiculously early because of how slow growing they are in my climate. But the tomatoes, I need to get them started. And all these other things that are growing, I need to up pot them so that they can stay inside a little bit longer. Number 9, I did not finish spreading all the wood chips last month, so I need to get that done this month. All the trees that I'm planting need to have a nice layer of wood chips around them to keep the weeds away and help keep the soil nice and moist during the summertime. I also need to spread them around my garden beds to keep the weeds out, because it's just not fun to weed paths in the garden. I'd rather that we just keep them away with wood chips. And number 10, last but not least, we need to start battling slugs early and quickly. So slugs are very common in Western Washington where I live. They come in all shapes and sizes and colors, from teeny tiny to huge. And they like to eat my garden crops. I plant them for myself, not for the slugs, so I need to start battling them with different tactics. Some things work some years where other things don't, so I will show another video later on in this month of how you can combat slugs if you also have that problem, because they will eat your vegetables if you don't do anything to protect them. So that's what I have going on for this month. Let me know what you have to do this month. March is one of the busiest months for me, but if I get all this stuff done, I'm setting myself up for success for future months. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again soon in the garden.